This is your host, Kinney Rorrer, welcoming you to the fourth episode of the County Sales Bluegrass and Old Time Music Hour. We come to you from the Floyd Country Store in downtown Floyd, Virginia, where one can hear great bluegrass and old-time music on a weekly basis. We're located just across the street from the new County Sales Music Store, which we encourage you to visit during business hours. Just consult our website for more information and hours. As usual, all the CDs that we feature on today's broadcast can be heard and found at the countysales.com website. Don't forget the store and website also feature books and box sets related to bluegrass and old-time music. Let's get started with some new and recent bluegrass and old-time CDs. We opened up today's show with the 8th of January, performed by Allison DeGroot and Tatiana Hargraves, and that's from their CD on the Free Dirt label. That's an old fiddle tune, of course, commemorating the Battle of New Orleans, which was on the 8th of January, 1815. A Arkansas school teacher taught 6th grade U.S. history in Snowball, Arkansas, trying to get his kids interested in American history, wrote words to that tune and called it the Battle of New Orleans, which of course became a major record hit in the late 1950s for Johnny Horton. We'll move on now to a bluegrass band from Brevard, North Carolina. Carolina Blue they are, and here they're doing I Hear Bluegrass Calling Me.
Bluegrass calling me, I hear bluegrass calling me. Listen to the fiddle, hear that banjo ring, now that's bluegrass calling me. From the big state of Kentucky to the heart of Tennessee, and then you move on down to the Grand Ole Opry. You can hear those fiddles and the Osborne brothers sing, now that's bluegrass calling me. Calling me, I hear bluegrass calling me. Listen to the fiddle, hear that banjo ring, now that's bluegrass calling me. Well, I'm not kicking country music, I still listen every day, but I just like that bluegrass music, and I believe Bill Monroe's here to stay. Calling me, I hear bluegrass calling me. Listen to the fiddles, hear that banjo ring, now that's bluegrass calling me. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay.
I've had my share of broken dreams and more than a couple of falls, and in chasing what I thought were moonbeams, I've run into a couple of share of good intentions and made my share of mistakes. And I've learned at times it's best to bend, 'cause if you don't, well, those are the breaks. Should have listened to all the things I was told, but I was young and too proud at the time. Now I look at myself to find I've learned the hard way every time. But in looking back at the lessons I've learned, the mountains I wanted to climb, I just look at myself to find I've learned the hard way every time. 'Cause I've had my share of broken dreams and more than a couple of falls, and in chasing what I thought were moonbeams, I run into a couple of walls. But in looking back at the places I've been, sure be the first one to say, when I look at myself today, couldn't have done it any other way.
I know your friends don't approve of me, and I can't understand why. I'll never fit into your way of life. There's no need for me to even try. I got rough edges all over me, and I can't change, not even for you. You can chisel and mold, but I'm brittle as cold. Those edges won't ever be smooth. That we fell in love. I'm proud I once called you mine, but now, sweetheart, we must say goodbye. We've come to the end of the line. I got rough edges all over me, and I can't change, not even for you. You can chisel and mold, but I'm brittle as cold. Those edges won't ever be smooth. All over me, and I can't change, not even for you. You can chisel and mold, but I'm brittle as cold. Those edges won't ever be smooth.
We opened that set with some fine North Carolina bluegrass from a band called Carolina Blue from down in southwest North Carolina, the Brevard area. And you could hear them doing a stylistic tip of the hat to the Osborne Brothers and Bill Monroe in their song, I Hear Bluegrass Calling Me. After that, we heard Dale Ann Bradley from over in southeast Kentucky doing a Jim Croce song called Hard Way Every Time. And then we ended that set with a fine traditional bluegrass band out of Roanoke, Virginia, built around the brothers Chris and Mike Martin, and they call their band Wound Tight. They were doing Rough Edges, written by singer-songwriter, composer Randall Hilton, a native of Floyd County, Virginia. Rough Edges, very well done there. We'll move along now to Big Country Bluegrass from their 5th CD on the Rebel label, doing their great traditional bluegrass sound. And they're doing a composition by Alan Mills, an iconic bluegrass figure, was leader of the Lost and Found band for many, many years and still plays to this day. But here's Big Country Bluegrass and Back to the Mountains.
snow. Living in the mountains, a life we knew so well. Water from the spring house and the morning breakfast smell. It's true that I'm growing older, and I'm longing for my childhood days again. I'll soon be going back to the mountains, to a peaceful life and home sweet home again. Bobcat on the mountainside, lonesome big owls cry, squirrels in a hickory tree, a raccoon passing by. Old cow knows it's milking time, children sleepy-eyed. Rooster crows, dawn breaks through the early morning sky. It's true that I'm growing older, and I'm longing for my childhood days again. I'll soon be going back to the mountains, to a peaceful life and home sweet home again. It's true that I'm growing older, and I'm longing for my childhood days again. I'll soon be going back to the mountains, to a peaceful life and home sweet home again.
So long ago, when she left, my heart went with her, and the love she'll never know. High, dry, and lonesome, wishing she'd come back to me. High, dry, and lonesome is the way I'm bound to be. Is the way I'm bound to be.
We've been crippled in love, shortchanged and out to dry. We've chalked on the walls a slogan or two about life. Stood dazed in the doorway, the king and queen of clowns. We've been flipped like a coin, both of us landing face down. So please, please, let me grow old with you. After everything we've been through, what's left to prove? So please, 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 oh please, let me grow old with you.
We've been living with sorrow, but up, down, and all around. We've buried our feelings a little too deep in the ground.
Stood dazed in the doorway, the king and queen of crowns. We've been flipped like a coin, both of us landing face down. So please, please, let me grow old with you. After everything we've been through, what's left to prove? So please, 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 oh please, let me grow old with you. But tied to the same track, the two of us look back and oncoming trains ahead. How many more times can we lay on the line, watching our love hang by a thread? So please, please, let me grow old with you. After everything we've been through, what's left to prove? So please, 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 oh please, let me grow old with you. Oh please, let me grow old with you.
Great arrangement there by Rhonda Vincent and Dolly Parton as they bluegrass up Please, the Elton John song. Then before that, we heard Chad DeRue. I believe he is from Florida originally, now lives in Pennsylvania. Started playing music when he was only 8 years old, and as you can tell, he was heavily influenced by dobro players like Mike Aldridge and Jerry Douglas. And there, Chad DeRue was playing dobro, of course, and doing a song that he wrote called High, Dry, and Lonesome. Mighty fine from Chad DeRue. And then before that, we heard Big Country Bluegrass on their new Rebel CD, and they were doing the Alan Mills composition, Back to the Mountains. And Alan Mills knows whereof he speaks. He lives on the side of a mountain between Franklin County and Patrick County of Virginia, and he knows the area well, and he can sing those songs and write those songs from the heart. You're listening to the 4th episode of the County Sales Bluegrass and Old Time Music Hour. I'm your host, Kinney Rorrer, and we want to feature some old time music now. First from the Kimball family, and this is from a wonderful CD called Music of Our Mountains. It documents a lot of the old time music that you would find in the area of Floyd County and Patrick County and Carroll County and these areas. And I was very fortunate to go to the Kimball's family home many times back in the 1970s with Lonnie Austin and play music with Taylor and Stella Kimball, two of the finest people I ever knew. They met when they were in their mid-60s at a fiddlers convention. He was a widower, she was a divorcee, as I recall, and she played banjo and he played fiddle, and they got married and continued playing together until I believe he was in his 80s when he finally passed away. And here's a home recording by the Kimball family from that CD. It's one called June Apple.
saying, son, you better quit your rambling round. There be trouble knocking at your door.
You just heard Amethyst Kia and Rihanna Giddens do the rest of the story related to John Henry. This is kind of John Henry continued, telling the story of Polly Ann, who is mentioned, of course, in the song John Henry. And that's called Polly Ann's Hammer. And that's from Songs of Our Native Daughters, and that's on the Smithsonian Folkways label, just out. And then before that, we heard Trish Kilby Four, along with Mickey Gallion, do Poor Rambler, a song written by Ralph Stanley and Curly Ray Klein, and that's on her Clawhammer Banjo Blue Ridge style, just out. And then we opened that set with some wonderful, delicate old-time music from the Kimball family, Taylor and Stella Kimball, and I assume Taylor's daughter, Ivory Kimball, was probably playing guitar on that. but I had some wonderful times at their house. Stella and her sister Pearl were fantastic cooks, some of the best cakes and pies you ever put in your mouth when you go to their house. You hear some great music and eat some great food, and I really do miss those good folks. We're going to hear a couple of gospel songs now, and of course gospel music's always been an important part of old time and bluegrass music. At the end of any Flat and Scruggs show, they would all take off their hats, gather around the mic, and say, we're going to sing a good gospel song, and it's nice to continue that tradition. We're going to play three. We're going to start off with You Can Feel It in Your Soul, a composition by Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs, this time done up by the Earls of Leicester. Then you will hear Doc Watson and a very poignant rendition of What a Friend We Have in Jesus. And this song certainly would be a poignant song if you think about the man who wrote it, Joseph Scriven. He was an Irish poet, and he wrote this song when his mother was very ill. He wrote a poem, really, called Praying Without Ceasing, and it evolved into this song, What a Friend We Have in Jesus. And when you hear the lines in there about all our grief and sorrow to bear, the night before Joseph Scriven was to be married, his fiancée drowned there in Ireland, and then he moved to Canada and began teaching in Canada, fell in love with one of his students, and a short time before they were to be married, his student died of pneumonia, so he lost both of his fiancées. So that song really came from the heart, to say the least. And then we're going to hear Flat Lonesome, and I'm Ready Now. We'll start off with the Earls of Leicester, and You Can Feel It in Your Soul.
If you go to church on Sunday and leave the Savior out, you feel like you're alone when they all begin to shout. When you get that old-time religion and you want the world to know,
and you won't have to ask nobody,
you can feel it in your soul. You can feel it in your soul, and you want the world to know,
and you won't have to ask nobody,
you can feel it in your soul. Some people ask their neighbors about the ways of sin and what they have to do for Christ to live within. But let me tell you, brother, there's one thing you should know,
and you won't have to ask nobody,
you can feel it in your soul. You can feel it in your soul, and you want the world to know,
and you won't have to ask nobody,
you can feel it in your soul. If you have that kind of religion and don't know what to do, you better pick up your Bible and read the pages through. He tells you in His Word the things you want to know,
and you won't have to ask your neighbor,
you can feel it in your soul. You can feel it in your soul, and you want the world to know,
and you won't have to ask nobody,
you can feel it in your soul. Feel it in your soul, and you want the world to know,
and you won't have to ask nobody,
you can feel it in your soul.
What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pains we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Have we trials and temptations? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful who would all our sorrows share? Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer.
He's knocking at your door, only you can let him in. Won't you let him fill your heart and wash away your every sin? Some sweet day he'll call his children to that land beyond the clouds. You be ready when he calls you. Oh Lord, I'm ready now. Felt like all my hope was gone, till the day my Jesus saved me. Now I'll never walk alone. Some sweet day he'll call his children to that land beyond the clouds. You be ready when he calls you. Oh Lord, I'm ready now. He gives me, I will not turn it away. I have made the best decision. Thanks to him, my soul is saved. Some sweet day, he'll call his children to that land beyond the clouds. You be ready when he calls you. Oh Lord, I'm ready now.
Some hard driving bluegrass gospel there from Flat Lonesome, one called I'm Ready Now. Prior to that, we heard the great Doc Watson, one of the icons of bluegrass and old time music, doing a powerful, poignant version of What a Friend We Have in Jesus, just Doc and his harmonica. And then before that, we heard the Earls of Leicester, and You Can Feel It in Your Soul. And certainly when you listen to Doc Watson, you can feel it in your soul. You're listening to the County Sales Bluegrass and Old Time Music Hour. I'm your host, Kinney Rorrer, and we're going to move along to a song recorded back in 1959 by Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. It was on the charts for them. I believe it was the very first song that they recorded was on the charts. No, I take that back. That made the Billboard charts, but "'Tis Sweet to Be Remembered" was the first song by them to make the charts back in the early 50s. But this was a song written by a piano tuner and singer by the name of Bolivar Lee Shook from Boonville, Mississippi. And he wrote it back in the 1940s, mid-1940s, and he grew up in a little cabin that was on a small hill there in North Mississippi. And from the front porch, you could see way off into the distance to the east, and from the back porch, you could see way off into the distance in the west. And he wrote this song about his own home called The Cabin on the Hill.
There's a happy child at home.
There's a happy child at home.
In my memory I can see.
In my memory I can see.
Standing out upon the hill.
Standing out upon the hill.
Neath the shadow of the tree.
Neath the shadow of the tree.
If I only had my way.
If I only had my way.
It would give my heart a thrill.
It would give my heart a thrill.
Just to simply wander back.
Just to simply wander back.
To the cabin on the hill.
To the cabin on the hill.
Oh, I want to wander back.
Oh, I want to wander back.
To the cabin on the hill.
To the cabin on the hill.
Neath the shadow of the tree.
Neath the shadow of the tree.
I would like to linger still.
I would like to linger still.
Just to be with those I love.
Just to be with those I love.
Joy my heart will overfill.
Joy my heart will overfill.
And I want to wander back.
And I want to wander back.
To the cabin on the hill.
To the cabin on the hill.
But the saddest of it all.
But the saddest of it all.
I can never more return.
I can never more return.
To that happy child at home.
To that happy child at home.
Matters not how much I yearn.
Matters not how much I yearn.
If I only had my way.
If I only had my way.
It would give my heart a thrill.
It would give my heart a thrill.
Just to simply wander back.
Just to simply wander back.
To the cabin on the hill.
To the cabin on the hill.
Oh, I want to wander back.
Oh, I want to wander back.
To the cabin on the hill.
To the cabin on the hill.
Neath the shadow of the tree.
Neath the shadow of the tree.
I would like to linger still.
I would like to linger still.
Just to be with those I love.
Just to be with those I love.
Joy my heart will overfill.
Joy my heart will overfill.
And I want to wander back.
And I want to wander back.
To the cabin on the hill.
To the cabin on the hill.
Don't let your sweet love die like the flowers in the fall. Don't take away the smiles and leave the bitter tears. My heart believes in you. Please say you love me true. Don't leave me now to face the lonely years. I drifted all alone, no one to call my home. Then you came like an angel from the sky. You said we'd never part. Don't leave and break my heart. Be mine alone, don't let your sweet love die. When the flowers fade, we say
love me when the rosebuds open wide? Or is your kiss to be only a memory? I need you so, don't let your sweet love die. Don't let your sweet love die like the flowers in the fall. Without you life would be like death to me. I've grown so used to you, I can't believe it's true. Don't say goodbye, don't let your sweet love die. I sit here alone on the banks of the river. The lonesome wind blows, the water rolls high. I hear a voice calling out there in the darkness. I sit here alone, too lonesome to cry. The water rolls high on the river at midnight. I sit on the shore to grieve and to cry. The woman I love, she left me this morning with no one to love or kiss me goodnight. We met there one night on the banks of the river. Stood there holding hands and making our vow that we'd never part and be happy forever. But a new love she's found, she's gone from me now. The water rolls high on the river at midnight. I sit on the shore to grieve and to cry. The woman I love, she left me this morning with no one to love or kiss me goodnight.
A trio of classic bluegrass songs. We start off with The Cabin on the Hill from Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs' 1959 recording that made the Billboard charts and stayed there for more than 30 weeks. Then we heard Mac Wiseman, the late great Mac Wiseman, doing a song called Don't Let Your Sweet Love Die. It was brought into country music back in the early 1940s by Roy Hall, who was a very popular radio entertainer in Roanoke, Virginia, had a very popular radio show, and he made a powerful recording of that in early 1940s for the Bluebird Record Company. Unfortunately, I think it was the following spring, in spring of 43 maybe, that Roy Hall decided to prove to his girlfriend that he could drive a car through a park between two large trees as fast as he could go and not touch the trees. Well, the trees were closer together than he realized, and that was the end of Roy Hall, unfortunately. But he had produced some great music until then, and of course, Mac Wiseman brings that back to us in his own wonderful bluegrass version, Don't Let Your Sweet Love Die. Then we ended that set with one of the more powerful songs, I think, in bluegrass music, done up by the Stanley Brothers, and the Stanley Brothers were the first bluegrass band that were really from the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, We think of Earl Scruggs and Lester Flatt and Bill Monroe as being bluegrass singers, but they really weren't from the Appalachians. Only the Stanley Brothers were as pioneers in this kind of music, and they do a powerful rendition of The Lonesome River, a song they recorded back in November 1950. Well, this is Kinney Rorrer inviting you to join us for the next show of the County Sales Bluegrass and Old Time Music Hour. It's been fun to have you with us today, and hope you'll join us again for episode 5 when it comes along. And we'll close out here with the Andrew Collins Trio and one called Poplar Bluff.